Okay, this is part 1 of the review, page 5. So we're finding out the distance between these two notes. So I'm going to name the notes first. So I have an E here and an F, an E and a D, an F flat and an E, a B sharp and a C sharp, a B sharp and a C natural, a D sharp and an E flat, because it's treble clef. Okay, let's look at E to F. E to F, there's no black key in between, so it's a half step. E to D. E to D has a black key in between, so it's 2 half steps or 1 whole step. Okay, F sharp to E. F sharp is here, and E is here. So it's got F in the middle, so 1, 2 half steps equal a whole step. Oh, wait a minute, no, it's F flat. I'm sorry. F flat is E. F flat is to the left, and there's no black key, so it's E. They're enharmonic. Okay, B sharp and C sharp. So B sharp is C, and then C sharp is here. So it's from here to here, and that's a half step. Okay, B sharp to C. B sharp is C. B sharp is C, so they're enharmonic. D sharp and E flat are the same exact note, so they're enharmonic. Okay, define enharmonic. Same pitch, different name. Okay, show one enharmonic equivalent. Okay, so let's name these notes first. This is all cows eat. So this is an E sharp. This is great big. So this is a B flat. Face, F-A-C. This is a C flat. And this is F face, F-A-C-E, F sharp. Okay, so here we go. E sharp is F natural. E sharp is F natural. So I have to be right above it because it's sharp, right? So F natural, great big dogs fight. F natural. Okay. B flat, I want something enharmonic with B flat. Well, A sharp. A sharp is the same as B flat. So right here, all cows eat grass, right? Okay, C flat. C flat is B. It's the same exact note, so that's enharmonic. So B natural is a C flat. F sharp is here. That's the same as G flat. Please use the keyboard. Don't try and do this in your head, okay? Because you can see that, E sharp is way different than F sharp. Okay, E sharp is just plain F, where F sharp is G flat. Okay, onward and upward. Here we go. What are these distances? Whole, half, or enharmonic? An F to a G. An F to a G is a whole step because it's got a black key in between. a B sharp to a C sharp. A B sharp is C to a C sharp, so C to C sharp, really, is a half step. Okay, A to B. A to B has a black key in between, so it's a half step and a half step is a whole step. B to C sharp. B to C sharp. I'm skipping C in between, so it's one half step, two half steps is a whole step. G sharp to A flat. G sharp and A flat are enharmonic. They're the same exact note, just spelled different. E sharp to F. E sharp and F, enharmonic. It's the same thing. I can call it E sharp, but it really is an F. Okay. When you invert, when you turn them upside down, like let's take C to A. C to A is a major sixth. When I go A to C, A, B, C, that's a third. But A, the key of A has three sharps, so this isn't sharp, so now it's a minor third. So minors become major. Augmented, when you flip them upside down, they become diminished. And perfect stays perfect. Okay, that was page 5. We're on to page 6, which is the last page of the first packet. Okay, so the major minors intervals are the 1, 4, oh no, I'm so sorry. These are the major minor intervals. They're the 2, the 3, the 6, and the 7. 2, 3, 6, and 7. So let's just do this rainbow thing, and you'll see what I mean. Okay. The ones in the outer edges and the ones in the middle become each other, and they're also perfect intervals. And these on the outer edges, this one, the 2 and the 7, and the 3 and the 6 become each other when they're inverted, and they're the major minor intervals. 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, the perfect intervals are the 1, 5, 4, 5, 8. 1, 4, 5, 8. They can never be, 2, 3, 6, 7 could never be a perfect interval. Never, never, never. And 1, 4, 5, and 8, the distance, can never be a major interval. Okay, so the in the key, if it's diatonic to the key, it's going to be major. The major minors are going to be major. So in the key of C, you won't have any sharps or flats. If you see an F sharp, you know it's not in the key. It's been raised a half step, which is augmented. In the key, if it's a fifth or a fourth, it's going to be perfect if it's in the key. If it, like say, oh wait a minute, this was a major minor, so a third would be C. Oh yeah, C to A is in the key. Yeah, so it's major, and then they go right straight to augmented. And these are perfect if they're in the key, and then raised a half step. So like if you're in the key of C, and you have a fifth above, which would be G, right? there's no sharps or flats. G is in the key of C, so it would be perfect. But if I made that a G sharp, then it would be augmented. So major and perfects go to augmented when you raise them a half step. Now, when you lower the minors a half step, or the majors a half step, they become minor. And you lower the perfects a half step, they go straight to diminished. The minor will then become diminished if it's lowered a whole step, 2 half steps, right, from the major. And the perfect, if it's lowered 2 half steps, will be double diminished. Okay, when you increase, now we're not flipping them upside down now, we're just increasing the size of an interval by a half step. We're increasing the size of the interval by a half step. Perfect becomes augmented. Okay, double diminished, raised a half step, increasing it a half step, double diminished becomes diminished. Major, raising it a half step, becomes augmented. Minor, raised a half step, minor raised a half step will go to major. Okay, down here we're decreasing the size of an interval by a half step. Now we're decreasing it. So we're going to look on our charts here. Perfect will become a half step lower, decreasing it a half step, goes directly to diminished. Diminished becomes double diminished. Major becomes minor. Minor becomes diminished. Augmented becomes, when you lower augmented, you could either, if it depends on whether it's a major minor interval or a perfect interval, it can be either one. They both work. Augmented to major and augmented to perfect. So augmented can become a major or a perfect, depending on what interval it is. Okay, that's the end of the first part.